want to say welcome to everybody. Glad you all came. Today we're going to talk about small group instruction. It is a two-part meeting. Today we're going to go ahead on and really look at the small group instruction, see what it looks like, because our past meetings, I remember you guys saying that you'd like to see some lessons modeled. So I'm going to go ahead on, after we talk about it, we'll go ahead on and model a small group instruction so that you can see what that looks like. The next meeting, as you'll be given an assignment to try and implement it in your class, you know, the way we've practiced here, you'll come back and we'll discuss that a little bit more. And come on, Mr. Martinez. We'll talk about it, discuss it a little bit more as well as what you have experienced. And we'll focus on questions that you'd ask after reading next time we meet. So looking forward to that. We'll go ahead on and get started with something fun. All right. This is a magic crown. So we're going to just take the time for just a minute. We'll pass the crown around and you'll put it on and say, if I had a magic crown, you tell what it is you do. If I had a magic crown, I would change my son's mind. So he can, you know, something like that. You know?
So it doesn't have to be school related.
Have to be only school related. It can be if you'd like. Just have a little fun with it. Okay?
That would be fun. If I had a magic crown, I would make me rich.
Yeah.
If I had a magic crayon.
She has everything. There's nothing she needs.
No, I need a lot, but I'm trying to think school related because you know it's the end and we're struggling. I'm just like, if I had a magic crayon and I could do something with it, I would really help those kids who can't read. Something, just something.
If I had a magic crayon, all would be good in the world.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
That's a really good one.
If I had a magic crown, I would buy a plane so that I could get to my 20 schools efficiently and effectively.
And you wouldn't go on any vacations with that plane, just school.
Yeah, that'll be on the side, the sidebar.
That was good, by the way. I was gonna say. If I had a what was my? I
Yeah, if I had a magic crown,
If I had a
what would you
magic crown,
change?
all my children would speak English fluently.
Yeah.
That would be mine.
If I had a magic crown, everyone would clean up my house and I wouldn't have to clean up behind them.
I'm rethinking
I'm
mine.
all
I'm thinking,
boys,
Lord,
so.
if my son sees this, he'll probably say, Mom, you know, I shouldn't say that. Anyway, I'm thinking I need to go ahead on and have everybody just say their name, and I want to, you told me your name early on. Again,
I'll
please. I'm
introduce
sorry.
myself.
Yes,
I'm
please.
Viola Benjamin Collier. I'm the Executive Director of Principal Performance, and Estelle is one of my 20 schools.
Okay.
So I'm glad to be here. I understand that I'm in for an awesome treat.
Oh,
And
goodness,
first grade is my love. I will teach first grade again before I retire.
Oh, really? Okay.
No.
Okay, let's start on this side with Miss Houston.
I'm Chantel Houston. This is my first year teaching first grade. My passion is kindergarten and pre-K.
Okay.
I'm Carlos Martinez. I'm the ESL teacher. I've been that for the last 10 years or so.
My name's Tiffany Loop. This is my second year teaching at Estelle in first grade, but I also did my student teaching in first grade here.
Ashley Smith. This will be my third year teaching first grade. I also students taught here.
I'm Kendra Lomax. This is my first year returning to first grade after many, many years away. I was in kindergarten for several years, but I just came back.
So once again, I want to say thank you for coming and welcome to everybody. So we're going to go ahead on and get started. Before I do though, I want to just let you know I have the notepads out. We have like 35 minutes for the meeting. So even though we'll stop and ask a few questions, we don't want to go on too long with just elaborating on, you know, one specific thing. I want you to use it at your will. You can jot down questions or ideas and we can discuss or talk about it later. And of course we can let it overflow to the next meeting. So reading instruction. Even though we're talking about small group instruction, we're gonna take a look at, the other groupings, the other types of groups, I should say. Even though we're talking about small group instruction, we wanna see where it fits in the context of reading instruction. So let's go ahead on and look at the different types of instruction. As you can see, I have, pictures here to show you, and of course you all know what a whole group setting looks like. That's a classroom teacher teaching the whole class. That's one type of instruction. Small group instruction and one-on-one instruction. So what we're gonna do right now is, we're gonna have a turn and talk. So I'd like for you, and we have perfect even number, you can turn and just for a minute or even less, think about the purpose of whole group instruction. And I want you to just maybe share or talk about the purpose of whole group instruction. Just for a little while. You can turn and talk maybe
For whole group, for me, I feel like that is a good time for kids to actually kind of vibe off of each other's ideas. As the teachers teach it to the whole group, then everyone can, pitch in their own thoughts or ideas and share with each other.
And so when I think of whole group, I think of introduction.
And I think
Introducing
very important,
just
because
maybe
you
get
what
a
they really learn how to be
feel for what background they have on the topic that's needed. So you have to see who's really learning because you're giving them all the same information at the same time before you break it down to see, for instance, if we're doing a reading, reading, you have these children automatically based readings, then you may have the same thing, but I think it's really great for introduction and sometimes when you're going back to reading.
All right, very nice. Seems like everyone is finished. So whole group instruction, we'd like you to just share out for just a minute or so. Just maybe one or two things that you found or discussed is the purpose of a whole group instruction. So we'll start with Ms. Collier and Ms. Lou. Collier, right?
That's
Yes.
correct. Well, I said certainly for introduction of a lesson so that you're sharing what the expectations and what it is that they'll be learning with the same group at the same time.
Introduction to a lesson. Yes, I agree. Ms.
We said introduction. I said sometimes a story. If you're reading a story, you read it to the whole group.
Okay.
And also as a review, introduction and review of the lesson, lesson wrap up.
Story reading, review. Okay, and Ms. Houston and Mr. Martinez.
We said introduction, but also just to make sure everybody's on the same page so they'll know what's going on.
Okay, nice. Okay. Everybody on the same page. And speaking of that, everyone being on the same page, that is what we do in whole group instruction. The whole class is taught on grade level information, the skills, the standards, so all on grade level information, reading and writing, the standards. As you said, everybody is on the same page. Everybody is introduced or taught that particular skill. Everybody. Then, of course, we know in that whole group setting, even though everyone is introduced or taught that particular skill or information standard, they're all not on that level. That's the purpose for a small group instruction. One thing we do in whole group is, I want to say, model. That's just my theme. And as a first grade teacher, model. The kids are coming from kindergarten and they're introduced to so much, and we should be very, very explicit. The I do, we do, and you do. Lots of that. Lots of modeling, and again and again and again. That is so important. We even model think alouds. Of course, this can happen in small group, one-on-one. You're teaching the child you're modeling how to think about paying attention to new vocabulary, how to make connections. All these skills that we teach them, we should model. And of course, it's done in whole group, and we also bring it to small group instruction. Oh, before I turned it there, I wanted you to go ahead on and now brainstorm a little bit about what happens what's the purpose of a small group instruction. We say at whole group instruction, the whole class is introduced to a lesson, to a skill, on grade level information. Now, small group instruction. Let's talk about the purpose of a small group instruction. So go ahead on and brainstorm just a minute about what the purpose
Small
of
group is when you can break down to levels, like if you have a lower class, for students, you put them all
I would say,
work with them on
getting the kids together that are on closer levels together, just like differentiate.
Action to take it beyond and excel, you know.
So you get to know those kids quick, so you know, they need that extra support because they're not helping everybody else.
Like you said,
You know, where they.
Yeah, that's the best. I love it. I wish I was like able to just do it all day. And you could probably hide ones, you know, to read faster, you don't have to read books. So it works both ways.
All right, we're gonna go ahead on now and share out. This time we'll start with Miss Smith and Miss
We said to
Lomax.
kind of like meet their needs, definitely see what it is that they need.
Reinforcing it.
Those kids who are maybe not getting it, figure out why they're not getting it, and then even the other end, the children who are understanding it and they've kind of already gotten it, taking it further, a step further for those higher
Okay,
students.
very nice, I do agree. And Mr. Martinez and
Well, I'm thinking of, for me anyway, just, I'm all